there is an order of separation between the more of the top three and then the rest of the bracket. I think for sure really the top two, because there's 3 points separating between Secrecy and Bean, which I mean that can get made up today. It very likely could. So it could be very, very interesting to see how these games shake out. I do believe we have players in, and we are ready to get into this 4-game series, all games played. For stats reasons, we are ready to go. One thing, are you ready?
I am ready to get it kicking. Coming in for Team Solid to be Data, Flarky, and Seeks, Penta eSports, Freaky, Killer number 7, and Pwned.
Oh, and Pondex immediately gets them the first strike 5 seconds into the game.
This is a great one off the kickoff. Sees the comeback here coming in from Freaky. The backboard is left open after Flarky makes a little bit of a touch on that clear, but doesn't get enough off of it. An early start coming in for Penta. It's looking good.
5 seconds in. Easy first strike for Pondex, and all of a sudden, a really, really good start for Penta. They're going to try to get one towards the net here. Pondex up. It'll be taken there by Killer number 7, but missed. Just play by Flarky into the middle, and it's sent back into the blue end by Freaky.
A little bit of defense being played here now. The long clear setup from Solid, but they don't have anything behind it. On target, almost getting the play, bringing it in. It's interesting. They're calling for a reset on the server. I guess we're having a little bit of a bug issue with this one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, they're going to give them a goal. Looks like we're going to remake the lobby. So I'm backing out. We'll see if we can get that sorted out. What we saw there, I mean, really just clears back and forth. Not a whole lot going on after that first goal, and we'll have to see if we can get the server matched up again so we can get a good matchup out of it.
Yep. Sometimes that happens. No big deal at all. We'll come back in. We will give them the initial point, I believe. I'm not sure. We need to clarify with the admin.
Penta,
I'm sure that's how that will go.
It was Solid told Penta that they would give them a goal before that match that game was bugged. So no problem. We'll go ahead and get them in there, and then we'll go ahead and give them a 1-0 lead once they go ahead and score. So be a nice one. The talent on this pitch, and you see Freaky there. A little bit of narrative here. When he went from Penta over to Aces. He actually kind of shocked Pondex and Killer number 7, but then kind of reversed ship, and now Freaky's back on Penta. Killer number 7 and Pondex basically gave him a second chance. Was a twit longer about it and everything. So Freaky no longer with Aces. That puts a spot onto Aces that is currently vacated. So I'd be curious to see where that one ends up in the E region.
A lot of mix up here coming in. We're still getting the shuffle, still kind of panning out here for the next RLCS. I'm curious to see how all the teams are going to line up. Looks like we do have everyone back in. The good news about that initial goal that they'll be given up here was that it was a 5-second goal. There's virtually nothing truly given up in the game here, but it looks like we're going to play through and not give them the goal on this one. Interesting turn-up is going to be Freaky.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they're basically just playing it 1-0. And I'm not sure if they're going to give them the goal or not at this point physically, but either way, 2-0 at that point then for the Penta squad.
Well, it'll be a nice start here coming in. Yeah, no, they get the first one here at the 6th second, so essentially right where they started from the last one. Continuous pressure. They've got a lot of early aggression coming in. The early game on target in top of the goal. This will be and a nice
good save coming up. Yes, coming up, Seek's able to make that stop. Flarky going to get out of the net, send it along the half line. Seek's going to try to get this into the orange end, but he's met there at the half, and Killer will follow it. Trying to put this into the middle. It's right there for Pondex. He puts that one in. We're 30 seconds in, and it is showing 2-0.
This is kind of conventional meta, but for whatever reason, Flarky's playing the post and doesn't see Pwned at the top of the box. There's a huge angle left for him at that point to go in for the attack. Playing off the line like that also kind of runs into a little bit of risk because you're leaving a lot of the goal open for your opponents.
And then Killer trying to just pour it on here as Penta off to a really, really good start. Killer trying to put this towards net. Pondex is there as well as Freaky. Freaky's going to miss on the second tap from Pondex, and Data will carry it out. Data will get it past 1, not past 2, as Pondex will recover there. It's going to go off the ceiling. Drop for Data. Data with a play right in front. That's going to be a chance, but it'll go up the sidewall instead. We've played a full minute in. Penta basically owning the real estate that's out there for the moment. Let's see if that continues or we see a change in fortune here.
On defense, you've seen Solid playing a little bit reactive. They're simply waiting for Penta to make a mistake so they can clear the ball forward. But we've got a lot of great control coming in from all Freaky, Killer number 7, and Pwned. It's difficult now. Killer on target, over the line, and into my heart, Ria.
Nice work there. Seeks with the play laterally on the 50, and Flarkey with the tap out into the middle, which really, really hurt them as Killer number 7 saw the opportunity, comes in on the halfway dot, basically, and buries that one for a really, really nice goal. 3-0, 3:43 left. Are you seeing anything here other than just kind of is that just being too predictive or not being predictive enough talking about Team Solid?
You know, Team Solid not necessarily being predictive, but they're playing reactive. They're playing back on their heels, and this is giving Penta a lot of room to do what they want to do in terms of setup. And that's finally, I can't believe they missed that.
Able to get one here is Flarkey able to put that one in.
Coming from the half, he's got a long flick. What happened on defense here? Pwned runs out of steam on the last moments there, and sees Seeks coming in for the play. At a certain point, that was coming in one way or another.
Yep. A minute and a half into game number 1. They may get a second one here. Seeks far side and in. And don't look now, but they're back within 1.
Wow, closing in on the gap on this one. The kickoff meta sets up and Seeks. That demo is critical for the wide turn and shot. You get an opportunity like that when you're playing the boost. That's absolutely wonderful play. We're a minute 30 seconds into the match so far, and it's only down 1 here. You know, they got that early goal starting up, but for the most part now, you can start seeing Team Solid building up a lot on offense, and if they can get over the 50, if they can beat the midfield pressure, they've got a lot of chances.
And there's a chance here for Freaky to get this one cleared into the corner. Coming in to try to meet him is going to be Data, but it'll be taken by Freaky there in that corner around the boost pad. Seeks, pinches it around, trying for Flarkey on the far side, and he'll get it in. 2 minutes in, we're back tied up.
Playing the man-on defensive strategy here does not work out for Freaky. He comes in, but Flarkey's got the advantage with the flick. You can try to settle the game by trying to play the player out of position and close off the angle that way, but you do, in specifically Rocket League, you definitely run into the issue of, you know, dealing with that level of speed and him being able to pick up just additional boost on the play.
I keep forgetting about that goal that was scored earlier. Penta actually has a 4-3 lead if indeed they're living by that. So that's something to think about. But this is going to be a play long from Freaky. Back into the Solid end. Pwned's going to follow it up for Freaky, but up to clear that one away is Seeks. And it'll be back out to mid, where when a shot comes at Flarkey, he will stop it. Flarkey puts it up for Data. Tries for a follow. It'll be back to half. Up is Killer. Killer going to try to put this near side. Seeks will meet him. He'll try to put it over the head of Freaky. Flarkey back to Seeks again. And they'll finally get around that boost pad at the center. But it'll be sent back into Team Solid's end. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. It is a 4-3 game at the moment. And that's a play at a demo there that could set up an opportunity as Seeks goes down. But it'll be a stop above the crossbar. Minute 57 to go. 4-3 game for Penta at the moment. That's going to go back far side. Flarkey with the clear there. And things starting to solidify in that Team Solid end, pardon the pun, as they look to try to get it out of their half.
Freaky set up now on the line. They've been pushing this wing consistently, and it's been Team Solid has had no problem shutting it down. They're going to have to change up the strategy at this point, play more from the center. They want to be able to target this possibly more backboard play. They've been going for that conventional cross from the corner. And although that does work in certain, in the basic meta of the game, for the most part, you can't commit to that over and over again. And Flarkey for the crash top of the box. The setup here from the corner is pristine. You can see this one rolling in. Data sees the play, and an answer here comes in. Killer goes in for the stop in the initial play, expecting that one not to hit the post. But the full crash in, sometimes you just need the garbage man to come pick up the play that doesn't go in for you to take a second attempt.
Yeah, and we approach the 80-second mark in this game. We are back tied up. It's actually 4-4, not 4-3, which is what it shows on your screen. It's going to be a play into the middle from Seeks, and it'll be Flarkey who misses on that opportunity, and Data has to be sharp to put this in his own corner. This will fly in front of the net, trying near side. It's going to go off the post. Pwned actually puts it back towards half and has to try to recover it. So a missed opportunity there. Penta trying to get back in the lead here. It's going to be around the corner, over the halfway line. Killer number 7 comes and gets a demo defensively, which will ruin any kind of offensive rotation they had. Very, very good work as we approach the last 40 seconds. Things intense as we go right above the bar. Data trying to go over half with this back into the Penta end. He will do so. Last 30, both teams vying for a last shot to try to put this one away.
Interesting. So the one problem we may run into, though, is at the 4-3, we won't have an overtime situation, even though the final goal should technically be for Penta. If we're counting that goal, we do need to clarify on that for sure.
Yeah, we definitely need a Leaf admin to clarify that if we can. But at the moment, if we do go to OT, we could potentially just start up another game, play that OT, and then possibly go ahead and restart the game at that point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There shouldn't be a problem with that. We're dropping in close, and the ball will fall down. This one's going to be Team Solid taking it according to regulation. However, with the reset and the 1 point, no. The question is, we did have a goal come in at the 6th second. Are we counting that one as the goal, or are they just playing forward with the score differential as is?
I don't know, because they were playing right off the hop of the restart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So I'm not really sure. We'll need to clarify with them if we can. But at the moment, we're going to call it a Team Solid win. If that's the case, then it is a 1-0 lead in this series for them. Good work. They had to come back from 3 down to do it, and did a really, really good job. That last 3 minutes, really Solid owned the pitch.
There was a lot of positive play coming in from Flarkey. He's just great positioning all around. Just every time there was a play to come in for a striker to be in position, Flarkey was at the right spot at the right time, waiting at the top of the box, taking optimal position for the angles, sees the plays coming in. It was great passing play coming in from both Seeks and Data as well. Overall, Solid had a lot of great cohesive movement together. Penta, though, their early aggression and their early game tactics, they put a lot of that momentum shift. They want to be able to get that and take that from the half and then keep the pressure building when they can roll on in. Kind of, they want to build early and then they want to sit back a little bit on their laurels and try to play out from that strategy. But when you play that way, you do run the risk of the mid game kind of taking advantage of you because you can't keep that pressure forever.